Righty-ho, this week we're all about a beer that does not follow any rules. It doesn't care about yeast packets. It doesn't even care if you wanted it to ferment. It just fucking does its own thing. And somehow that chaos produced one of the most complex drinks in the world. This is Lambic, and it might be the most important beer you've never properly understood.
It's Monday, don't groan, don't fear. The Beard and Beer blog bloke is here. Talking nonsense, beard on show. Grab a brew and watch him go.
So let's strip it back, shall we? Lambic is a style of beer from Belgium. And it's brewed using spontaneous fermentation, whatever the fuck that is. I'm sure we'll find out if we keep watching the video. That means instead of adding cultivated yeast, the wort is just left exposed to the environment. Wild yeast and bacteria literally fall into it and do the job. It's unpredictable, it's risky, and that's exactly the point. But this isn't just any old air doing the work. Traditional Lambic comes from a very specific region in Belgium, the Zenne Valley and surrounding Pietenland. I hope I said that right. And brewers will tell you, the environment itself is part of the recipe. You move the brewery, you don't just change the location, you change the beer. Lambic brewing is very, very slow. Painfully slow compared to modern beers. You start with mash like modern beer, but then things get a bit weird. The wort is boiled, often with aged hops, not for bitterness, but for preservation. And then it goes into a cool ship, which is a shallow, open vessel, and they leave it overnight. And that's where the magic begins. After the exposure, it goes into oak barrels, and then you wait. Not weeks, not months, but years. And inside those barrels, microbes slowly reshape the beer into something sharp, dry, funky, and alive. But gee, what does Lambic actually taste like? You're probably shouting at your television, your phone, or your laptop, or at the walls. Well, imagine cider, wine, and sour beer all had a very sexy argument and somehow made a baby. It's dry, it's tart, sometimes barnyard-like, sometimes fruity, but almost never sweet. And that unpredictability is its identity. Now, here's where it levels up. Gueuze. Again, I hope I said that right. I'm sure some fucking smart arse will correct me in the comments. But anyway, that's what happens when brewers blend young Lambic with older Lambic. The young one still has sugars, so it ferments again in the bottle, which means gueuze is basically bottle fermented chaos, but controlled chaos. And then you get kriek. Take Lambic, add cherries, let it ferment again. But it's not your sweet cherry juice nonsense. Oh no. This is real fruit, and often sour cherries. And what you get is this deep ruby, tart, complex beer that tastes like summer got fermented in the chaos. And here's the thing, Lambic is inconvenient. It takes years, it's unpredictable, and it doesn't scale well. But it survived because a handful of breweries refused to let it die. And now it's one of the most respected beer styles in the world. Today, Lambic is made by traditional brewers in Belgium. And there's even protection around the name, because authenticity matters here. But globally, it's inspired a whole wave of sour beers trying to recreate the method. Now, the funny thing is, people don't just drink Lambic, they collect it, because every bottle is slightly different. Different barrel, different year, different microbial chaos. You are never drinking the same beer twice. The first time I tried a Lambic, I genuinely did not know if I liked it or not. It was sharp, it was funky, it was aggressive, but then I went back and had another sip, and something kind of clicked. That's a fucking lie, actually. I hated it. It was like fusty fish wee wee. It was manky. But that's the thing with Lambic. It does not ask for approval. So yeah, Lambic isn't just a beer. It is time, place, microbes, barrels, patience, and a bit of controlled madness. And once you understand it, you stop seeing the beer as an actual drink. You start seeing it as living history in a glass. And honestly, I think that's pretty beautiful.